The balancing of the S&P 500 will be taking place this month. As of June 24th, there will be some new additions when the trading day starts. So the new additions are KKR, which is a private equity firm, cybersecurity company CrowdStrike, and GoDaddy, which is a domain registration and web hosting platform. The rebalancing is due to the weight of the market cap of these particular companies. These ones are moving in and some are moving out. For example, Robert Half International. Inclusion into the S&P 500 gives more awareness to investors about a company. It allows the companies to get increased analyst coverage, and there'll be a sudden influx of liquidity for the company because of the newfound exposure. But that is just the initial hype, you could say, when these new companies become more visible to so many more eyes. Because of that, in time, the stock price usually does weaken a bit. So the three companies, KKR, GoDaddy, and CrowdStrike, are all going to be a part of the large cap range of the S&P 500. Coming into the end of last week, all of these companies' share prices increased. KKR was the leader with nearly an 8% gain. CrowdStrike was up 5%, and GoDaddy was up about 3%. And if just taking a look over the last 5-day range, CrowdStrike is up 20.83%. And on the 5-day, GoDaddy is up 1.82%. On the 5-day, KKR is up 6.22%. So CrowdStrike just came up this week in my Sunday Stock Talk episode with my co-host, Prez the Investor. CrowdStrike has been a standout in the software sector with shares up 20% over 2024. The company reported strong earnings with revenue up 33% from the previous year. Analyst ratings have been positive, pointing to a steady performance and strong demand. So now I want to talk a little bit about the index effect. Being added to the S&P 500 index often comes with short-term overperformance of the stock because it was just added. And like I said, all the eyes are on it, a new influx of attention. It'll be added to ETFs and index funds. It all makes sense that these type of announcements usually lead to stock price increases. So investing into the S&P 500 is a way to give yourself diversification, simplicity, steady growth. The index is looked at as a benchmark for the entire economy and an easy way for investors to get started. Market cap is not the only criteria for companies to get to be a part of the index. Liquidity and other factors are taken into account. And when you're not able to meet the necessary criteria, you will be removed. Companies have to continue to have high liquidity, strong earnings, staying on top of their requirements in order to keep their spot and not be edged out by other companies. Out of the three companies that are being added, CrowdStrike is the one that we've already been hearing about. And now with this addition, it gives us another factor to take into consideration when we're weighing potential investments for our portfolio. I want to take a quick look at this short for some recent points shared about CrowdStrike.
However, if we break past 350, I just be willing to DCA, buy like $10 of it a day or so, just to establish a position. Because this is a stock that with AI and different things going on, CrowdStrike is a great tech company, but I will always use a stop loss on something like this.
As I said, this is a hot stock that you might want to look at as a trade or have a stop loss on if you're just getting started to invest into it. Take your time, figure out what price levels work for you in your long-term plan and adding it into your portfolio. So leave me a comment. Let me know if you plan on investing into these companies or if you will exposure to them through your investments into the S&P 500 as a whole. I invest into VOO in my taxable account and FXAIX, and that is probably the way that I will continue to get exposure to these companies. If anything, CrowdStrike might be a trade in the near future. I love index funds and ETFs. I even have some investments into target dated funds. These are things that adjust and rebalance for you and take a little bit of the work and stress that investing might have for some people out of the mix. But I want us all to be investing because it is a way for us to build wealth in a totally different way than just saving. So make sure you're taking the opportunity to make an investment plan for yourself, for your family. Thanks for watching. Make sure to drop me a comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out my links for investment platforms that'll be pinned in the comments in the description. Okay, bye.